Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a tutorial slash play around with me type video on this look right here. I know it's pretty bold, pretty extra, but I just wanted to have fun, you know? I just feel like I haven't had a ton of fun with makeup lately. It's been more like wearable looks, more like just what I would wear to work or whatever. So I wanted to do something kind of extreme and bold and just more fun to play around with. So this is what I came up with, and if you want to know how to do this or just want to kind of hang out and watch me create this look, then keep watching. So we're just gonna kind of play around today. I just want to have some fun. I don't feel like I have fun with makeup anymore. I just do it to do it, and I don't like that. That's not why I got into makeup. I got into makeup because it was fun and it was an escape, and you know, I could just sit down and play around and kind of escape the world for a little while. And I feel like now it's turned into this like routine where I just have to do it or whatever. So we're gonna have more fun today. We're gonna have fun. All right. Child screaming outside, so let's get started. Just starting my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer stuff. Setting my eyes. Not setting. Priming my eyes. Alright, so I'm going to dive into my little Z palette I have here and pick this black color up here. This is a black shadow. It's by Makeup Geek, I believe. Yes, Makeup Geek. And this is Corrupt. Just a black shadow. I'm going to use this Tarte brush that I got. It's kind of like flat. It has a nice thin like tip here. I'm going to grab that. Put a little of that black shadow on there. And then just start kind of outlining where I want this to go. So I am going to go back in later and kind of outline it with like an actual black liner, probably liquid liner. But I want to trace it out with the shadow first so that I can kind of buff it out in certain areas and like blend it out and make sure it's going to be cohesive with the rest of the look later. So now using that same brush and pick it up more like on the actual flat side of it. And just kind of fill in the corners. Now I'm going to take some liquid liner. This is the Maybelline Stay Put Matte Black liquid liner. Just going to go right along the outside of this shape I already made. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush and pack that black shadow in there so that it blends with the actual eyeliner. This is honestly a blast, by the way. I don't think I've ever done a look like this on myself before. I'm not too worried about this like top area here because I'm going to go back in with some concealer later and kind of clean that up a little. I'm liking this. I'm digging this so far. It's pretty freaking sweet. So I'm going to use my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. And I'm going to pick up this color right here, which is called Your Majesty. I'm going to use my Morphe M124 for this. I'm just going to put this all on my inner lid here. Kind of connecting the rest of that line. Alright, so now that I have that laid down, I'm just going to wipe off that brush, get rid of most of the gold that's on there and stuff. I'm going to grab some of that black again on this same brush here. I'm going to tap that where the two shadows meet. I'm going to do the same with the gold again. Just really trying to make sure that those are blended together really well. This black is kind of a hard shadow to blend. Just doing that back and forth until they're nice and blended and there's no line in between. So then I'm going to use my Sephora 38 here. I'm going to go into this Z palette again, and I'm going to pick up this color right here, which is called Cocoa Bear. It's from Makeup Geek as well. I'm just going to kind of start dusting that in here. Like I would if I was starting like a transition shade or something like that. Then I'm going to take the color next to it, which is called Tan Lines. I'm just going to go up a little higher. I'm going to take my Shape Tape Concealer from Tarte. It's an old brush, I don't know what it is, but it's just like nice and flat and has like a nice rounded thin edge at the very top. And I'm going to carve out a line, like a crease, right in between these two areas. Very carefully. And to grab my gold NYX face and body glitter, I'm going to grab this just flat definer brush, which is the Morphe M113, and some NYX Glitter Primer. Just putting a little bit on the back of my hand. I find this to be the easiest way. I'm just going to pick a little bit of that up on my brush here. And I'm just going to place it in a line right at the top of the first cut. And then just pick up the glitter on the same brush and pat it where you put the primer. But now I'm going to take a quick break off camera, do my foundation, eyebrows, contour, just finish up my face, and then I'll be back to finish up this eye look with you guys. I did my whole face, my contour, threw on some lashes. Yeah, so face, eyebrows, some lashes. So now we're just going to finish up the lower lash line here. So I'm going to grab a pencil brush, if I can find one. Here we go. I'm going to grab my Morphe M431, just a nice pencil brush. And I'm going to pick up that Cocoa Bear color that we used on the top. I'm just going to start smoking out my lower lash line. I'm just going to bring it right up to about right here, which is leaving this kind of small corner piece blank, because I'm going to do something else with that later in a minute. And then with a flat definer brush, this one is the Morphe M432. I'm going to pick up some of that black and put it right up the lash line in here. And then with that pencil brush, we're just going to blend those together real good. So then I'm going to take my Tarte paint pot, and this is in white. And I'm just going to grab a very small brush, like a tiny detail brush. This is the Morphe M250S. It's teeny tiny, just a little detail brush. I'm going to pick up some of that white on this brush. Put a little on the back of my hand because it's easier for me to work with that way instead of out of the jar, so I don't get too much at a time. And I'm just going to run this along the water line here first. Okay, and once that's on there, very carefully I'm going to create kind of a new inner corner for myself. I'm just drawing this line kind of across the bottom here. And then connecting that to the water line. And I just kind of filled that in. Filled in this whole corner, dragged it out a little bit, just with the white there. Once you have that laid down there, if it gets a little messy, like don't panic because we're just gonna kind of fix that right now anyway. We're gonna take that flat definer brush again, and we're gonna dip it into Cocoa Bear first. We're going to run it right underneath where we just put all that white. Kind of see that dramatic effect that it's giving. I'm living for it right now. Then we're going to dip into the black just a tiny bit, just to kind of run right along the edge in here. You're not going to bring it all the way in, because then it won't blend right with the rest of it. But just kind of right at the tippy top. And then from there, just gonna do a nice coat of mascara in these bottom lashes. And I'm only gonna put mascara kind of like on this area here, leaving these inner ones alone for the most part. So then to finish this off, of course, we have to highlight. I'm going to use the new Kylie, what are these called? It's the Kylie Cosmetics Ultra Glow powders. And it's like a loose powder. Whoa. It's always everywhere when I open it. But they're so good. They're so good. And I feel like with a look like this, you gotta be blinding. So let's do this. This one is in the shade Santorini. For real though, look at this. I'm a little overboard on the eyeballs, I think. I'll go out with my boyfriend's family later and they're gonna be like, you just come from hooking? Like, what you doing? You okay? For real though. Good thing they love me. I'm just going to take a nice pencil brush, put a little on the pencil brush, and get it right in that inner corner here. Alrighty guys, so I just finished this off with this lipstick right here. This is the MannyMUA and Jeffree Star Cosmetics collaboration in I'm Shook. And that is pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun actually playing around with makeup. Came out Much bolder than I originally intended, but whatever. I'm gonna rock it. Because I have to now. I have no time. But I'm gonna jet off to my work event, and then I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!